Presented by Syntax Advisors.
Welcome to ETF TV, your insight into the world of exchange-traded funds, issuers, and investment. I'm Margareta Hricova, and joining me today is Deborah Fuhr and Eduardo Repetto, Chief Investment Officer at Avantis Investors. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Eduardo, can you tell us briefly about the background to launching Avantis Investors?
We were very lucky to get together with American Century and create Avantis Investors. 2 years later, you can see we have 12 investment ETFs, 3 in fixed income, 9 in equities, more than $7 billion in assets. Also, we have 8 mutual funds. So things are going well. Investors like what we do.
Last week, you launched an EM International and US large cap value set of ETFs, as well as a real estate ETF on the New York Stock Exchange. Why do you think now is a good time to invest in value and also in real estate?
We think that it's always a good idea to invest in diversified portfolios, and we provide state-of-the-art value portfolios. The way we define value is a little bit different than the conventional investors. It's more modern and is able to capture higher expected returns, in our opinion. And real estate is a good diversifier. Many investors need to invest in real estate, and we provide a very interesting global real estate product at a very attractive fee.
And when you say the way you do value is different, can you talk a little bit about what is different about the way you do it?
Many people look for low price. Low price is value for everyone. But look, if you buy low price something, you may not get what you want. You may get something that is not the right quality. Imagine buying low quality sushi. I want low price sushi. And then you go to the gas station and buy sushi. Will you eat that? Probably not. This is the same. You want to buy something that is at a very attractive price, but is providing the necessary cash flows for the company to provide returns to you. So you have to look at the whole set of financials, not just as price.
You typically are offering both an ETF and a mutual fund on the same strategy. What type of investors are using the ETFs and what types are using the mutual funds?
That's a very interesting question. So if you think about mutual funds, there is a set of investors like 401k plans that they really are set up because of operations to buy mutual funds or CITs. And we can provide both mutual funds or CITs. The typical ETF investor is someone that is taxable or just a client of a financial advisor that is trying to grow their assets over time. They don't have the operational restrictions that 401k plans have because of record keeping and all the different setups that operate the trades overnight. Some 401k money, some IRA money goes into mutual funds, but most of our money comes into ETF. It's a more modern vehicle, so many people have adopted it.
Besides the 401k product, do you see people using mutual funds and ETFs differently when they are using them both?
Investors we deal with financial advisors or wealth managers that allocate for their clients. They think about asset allocations, and they're using our funds or ETF to create components in an asset allocation that is designed to achieve the advisor clients' investment goals over time. And so, in general, our clients in mutual funds and ETF are trying to do the same. They're trying to create an asset allocation for a long-term investment process.
And how does your team at Avantis Investors work with the ETF team at American Century?
We are part of American Century. So the capital markets team, for example, it's a very deep team inside American Century with great talent. Is our capital markets team. The IT, the operations, the legal, the compliance, all the people at American Century are working with us to provide investment solutions for our clients.
So you've had a good run for 2 years. Do you think that you'll be launching more ETFs?
Oh, you bet. This is just the beginning. Let's put it that way. We launched some ETF back in 2019. Those ETF grew. We launched fixed income. Now, the last 2 weeks, we launched 4 new ETFs, and we already have more in the dock. So they are going to come in probably 3 months from now, 3.5. Look, there is demand. People is asking us to do this, to do that. And ideally, we'll do everything today, but you have to pace. You cannot do everything at the same time. So we get there. We launch much more. You will see us.
That's great. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
Debbie, can you tell us about some of the other news in the ETF industry?
Last week was a pretty active week. We had 63 new listings from 38 issuers and 23 new cross listings. So we've seen a very significant increase in the number of products being listed this year. We haven't seen a very significant increase in the number of delistings. So net, we are up in terms of overall listings. Carbon credits are now becoming a topic that we see ETFs being listed on. Crane Shares had done one a while ago in the US. We saw 4 of them being launched in Korea. We've seen a lot of new activity in Asia and also in Europe. ESG is definitely one of the themes. We're seeing a few more active ETFs come to market. So I think the trends that we've been seeing over the year have been pretty consistent. We also saw the announcement that Motley Fool will be converting to mutual funds into ETFs before the end of the year with about $1 billion in assets. So that conversion is still happening, even though we do have the threat of some of the tax benefits of ETFs going away. People don't expect that the US Senate will pass it. We've seen a lot of interest in crypto and digital. In Mexico, the exchange is trying to get approval to be able to list digital futures as well as crypto ETFs or ETPs. So a lot of similar trends, but it has been an exciting year when we think about flows and assets and all the new launches. We'll be looking forward to next week talking about the new level of assets and flows that we've seen come into the industry during the month of September.
Thanks, Debbie. And thank you to our sponsors, Syntax Advisors, to Eduardo, and to all of you for watching. To watch prior episodes and to see news from the ETF industry, visit etftv.net. Thank you.
ETF TV News does not provide investment advice nor recommend products.